Hello, so we're going to do graphing two variable inequalities today, and then we're going to do 7.5 on the same video because I taught it together, okay? They're pretty much the same. It's going to be great. So we graph almost just like normal, except when we don't have an equal sign anymore. We have our less thans and greater thans and equal tos and stuff, okay? So we have to accommodate for that in a different way. So let's just get started. We're going to solve for y if we need to. So you'll see y is already solved for in this first one, but not in this one. Your homework will have both. So we're going to practice both. Second thing is graph as normal. So it's in y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to plot the y-intercept. That's the -2. So put a dot on -2. And I'm going to count the slope from that point. So it's -1/2. So that's down 1/2. At this point, delta math will make a line. But your line is determined on your symbol. So let's fill in our chart here. Also, sorry, I have my baby with me, so if you hear baby noises, that's why. Okay, if it's an equal to symbol, meaning there's a line on the bottom, then my line on my graph will be solid. If it's just greater than or just less than, the line will be dotted. This is the same attitude or the same thing as a closed circle and an open circle, like when we were doing just graphing one variable inequalities. Remember, we had a number line and then like an open circle and it went to the right or something. Same vibe. Okay, but now we have two variables, so we have a whole coordinate plane. So it's more than just one circle, it's the whole line. This one is a greater than or equal to, so it's going to be a solid line. And then we have to shade. So what we're saying when we're saying greater than or equal to or less than or anything like that, we're saying greater than the line or less than the line. So I show less than or greater by shading. If it's less than, I'm going to shade below the line. Think less is low. I go lower than my line. If it's greater than, then I shade above my line. So this one in particular is a greater than or equal to. So I'm going to look at my line and I'm going to go bigger. Everything up here gets shaded. Everything above my line is a solution because it's greater. Okay, let's try it a couple more times. Now I need to solve for y first, so we're just going to practice that. We've done it a lot, but you have to do it on your homework, so let's make sure we got it. Add 2 to both sides, 2x to both sides to eliminate the -2. So I have y all by itself is less than -5 plus 2x. My y-intercept is always the number without the x, so I'm going to put a dot on -5. My slope is +2, so that's up 2 over 1. Up 2 over 1. And so on. This is less than. So I'm going to come up to my chart. Less than means I'm going to shade below my line, and it is going to be a dotted line. So dot, 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 like that. And I'm going to shade below. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to go lower. I always go to the y-axis as like a common point, so that I always know like lower is going to be under my y-intercept, higher is going to be above my y-intercept. So sometimes it's a little tricky to figure out. That's how I tell. I go to the y-axis. Okay, last one, Add the x term because it is negative. Rewrite your inequality. Divide by -3 to both sides to get y by itself. I'm going to come up here. -3's go away. I'm y by itself. I divided by a negative. Dividing by a negative switches your sign. And then I simplify. 24 over 3 is 8. 9 over -3 is -3x. So, like all my other ones, I'm going to put a dot on 8. And then -3 is my slope, so I'm going to go down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1. My sign flipped, so I don't care that that one was less than. I care that this one is greater than. So this is going to be a dotted line according to my chart. And I'm going to go above. So here's my y-axis. I'm going to go higher. And that's going to be everything right here. Okay, that's 7.4. Let's flip to 7.5. 7.5 is just doing that on one graph twice, because now we have a system of inequalities. System means two or more. So let's fill in our chart one more time, make sure we got it. Okay, if it's equal to, it's solid. If it's not equal to, it is a dotted line. If it's less than, so less than or equal to or less than, it is below. You shade below. If it's greater than, we shade above. Okay, we're not going to do that problem. So your steps are graph both inequalities, plot a y-intercept, count the slope, solid or dotted, shade above or below. Do it all again with the second one, and then we're going to pick a point in the solution region. That's one of your vocabulary words. Solution region is the double shaded area. So think we just did shading for one inequality. If we have two inequalities on the same graph, we're going to have at least one area that is shaded twice. That is our answer, the double shaded area. Okay, so let's check it out. My y-intercept is -6. My slope is 3 over 2, so 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. I have a less than symbol. Less than is a dotted line, and I shade below. So I did all my stuff. I gotta do it one more time for the second one. Put a point on 4 because that's my y-intercept. My slope is -1. Down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, like that. Again, this is a less than sign, so it's a dotted line. And I'm going to shade below. I'm going to do it with a different color to show. Okay. My double shaded area was this spot right here. That whole spot is my answer. Every point in there is an answer. Delta Math just wants you to pick one. So you can pick this one or this one or this one or any of them. Okay? For the sake of the example, I'm going to pick 6, -7. 6, -7 is one of the points in my solution region. It will work. Okay? One more time. Put a dot on 2. My slope is 1 over 1. My symbol says it's greater than, so that's a dotted line. And I'm going to shade above this time because it's greater. Second one, I'm going to do -7. Let's put a dot on -7, and then I'm going to go down 2 over 1. And that's going to make a dotted line looking like this. And again, I'm going to shade above because it's greater than. So that is this right here. And here's my double shaded area. Any point in here will work because every point in here is a solution. So I'll pick that one right there. -2, +5. Okay? So last tidbit is just make sure you put the x value first, y value second. Okay? Try the homework out. Email me if you have any questions. Thank you.